Hey everyone, as you can see right here on my Note 9, it is 1:26 Wednesday, August the 14th. It's actually 1:26, you guys can see there, AM, not in the afternoon. I'm just getting home from the gym and just noticed I got an update from T-Mo right there. I just got a software update. And it's kind of weird that I'm getting an update like 1 week before the launch of the Galaxy Note 10 and 10 Plus. So I wanted to talk about the Note 10 and Note 10 Plus. And this is more, I don't know if it's a rant or just how to get these things out of my mind and put it out on camera and maybe call out Samsung, because I think ever since the Note 5, maybe, they started moving away from what made the Note the Note. I have owned every version, or not owned, I have owned every version of the Notes, the Samsung Galaxy Notes, since the Note 2. When the Note 1 first came out, I was with a different carrier, and back then they didn't have what they have. Actually, I don't think they have them anymore now. T-Mobile, about a year or two ago, they got rid of the jump on demand. So if you have it, you're grandfathered in, as far as I can tell. And so I would have to just pay for my Note, or every year I would to trade in my old Note to the newest Note. I would have to pay whatever I owed for it and then get the newer version. Actually, when the Note 3, from the Note 3 to the Note 4, I started just paying for them, period, as far as so that I can have the privilege of owning them. That is my background with the Notes, the Samsung Notes. So to take you guys back in history, or back in time, when the first Note first came out, that was your first big screen phone. I mean, it was I think it had a 5 or 5.1 inch screen, when most of your smartphones back then, on average, they had a 3.5 inch screen, no bigger than 3.5 inch screen measured diagonally. And but what was cool about and remember back then, a lot of reviewers were saying, probably because they were brainwashed by Apple, saying that what is the point of having such a big screen phone, or such a big phone, right? And now everybody is getting into bigger screen phones. Even Apple, after the passing of Steve Jobs, I think it was, when I think their iPhone 6 was the first one to get a big screen phone. But before then, and when Steve Jobs was still running Apple, they would say, why would you need a phone larger than, or a phone larger than a 4-inch screen or something like that, or a 3.5 inch screen? That's too big. But now everybody's doing them. So the Note line of phones were like the trailblazers for all the other smartphones, and especially for the Galaxy S lines, or Samsung's line of Galaxy phones. They would be the first to have the newest of everything. They would have the newest processor. If there was a bump up in screen resolution, they would have the newest screen resolution. They would have the newest features, as like, say, IR blaster, of course the S Pen. They would have the newest camera sensors. Now things have changed. Like Samsung, what the F are you guys doing? You made the Notes for your power users and you're getting away from them, and you're going to lose a lot of your customers that way. Remember, about a few years ago, when they had the Note 5, they removed the SD card expansion. And I don't know how well the Note 5 sold, because I didn't get it because it didn't have the memory card expansion. I went with an LG phone, the LG V10, I think it was. I switched to LG. And then after the Note 5, because Samsung received a lot of backlash for removing the SD card expansion, they put it back in the Note 7. Well, what happened to the Note 6? They didn't have a Note 6. As you guys know, they skipped because Samsung wanted to make everything, the numbers being equal. Because remember, the Galaxy S line of phones were always one number ahead of the Notes, because the Notes came a little later than the Galaxies. But after the Galaxy Note 5, instead of having a Galaxy Note 6, they skipped the number 6 and went straight to 7. And we all know what happened with the Note 7s. So now it seems like Samsung is, or Shamesung, we should call them, are doing the same thing with the Note 10. The Note 10 would have been a real winner in my book for those who didn't want that large of a screen phone, and they would have just had, if they would have just kept the memory card expansion and the same resolution screen. Your Note phones are, like I said, are for your power users. Why is it that the Galaxy S10 and the 10 Plus both have the same specs? They both have memory card expansion, and they both have the same resolution screen. Only one is larger as far as screen size goes, but everything else is the same. The Note 10, I don't even know why you call it a Note 10. You should call it the Note 10e, like the Galaxy S10e. That's lower spec with a lower resolution and a smaller screen, because there's no memory card expansion in the Note 10. I mean, you're already going to get a backlash, Samsung, believe me, from removing the headphone jack, when all those years you were making fun of Apple. And now you have the Note 10 that is under spec compared to the Note 10 Plus. You should have called it the Note 10 Lite or the Note 10e. So I don't know what the hell is Samsung thinking. I still have my Note 4, and I believe the Note 4 was the last of the Notes that had everything that the power users, as far as for power users, it was the last of the Notes that had, that you can replace the battery. The Note 4 was the last of the Note line that had the IR blaster. For, you know, you can use it as a universal remote. It still had the headphone jack. Well, yeah, it had the headphone jack. Not quite sure if the Note 4 had the iris scanner. I don't think it does. But it was the last of the Notes that would get the newest processor before the S line of phones. It had the newest camera sensors before the S line. So the Note 4 was the last ones of the Note 4s that were truly made for the power users. And you guys can agree or disagree with me. Let me know in the comments. But the Note 4 was the last one. Because then after that, they started making everything from the Note 5 on up to just be like, let's say, like an S phone with the S Pen. That's what a lot of people are starting to think now, that the Note line is just another Galaxy S phone with an S Pen. And that's why people are thinking, oh, or Samsung might get rid of the Note line, or their Note phones, they might just have just the S line of phone and get rid of the S Pen, because most people don't use the S Pen. Yeah, a lot of people do. I do. I use the S Pen a lot, and a lot of other power users use the S Pen a lot, whether it's just to write down things for your or everyday like to-do list and task and things like that. The S Pen, it gets used a lot. For me, I use it for to-do list, to write things on the screen. So the screen, what is that called? The screen, the screen write when it's on the before the lock screen, so you can remember stuff. I use the S Pen like when I don't want to touch my screen, because I don't want to get it dirty or smudged up if I'm eating food. So I use the S Pen a lot, believe me, more than maybe some people would ever think. I use it for drawing. I do like to draw on my Note. So the S Pen, for a lot of us power users, still gonna come in handy. But lately, I don't know. And that's what this rant is about, Samsung. Get back to what made the Note a Note. Quit trying to copy Apple. Now, a lot of people, a lot of reviewers are saying, well, it's a matter of money or dollars. They're getting rid of the headphone jack so that you would have to buy into their line of like wireless earbuds. You know what? I'm not buying their Galaxy Buds unless they give it to me as a promo gift for getting a Note 10 early as a pre-order. Speaking of the pre-orders, they didn't even have any specials that I know of. And I went to T-Mobile today, actually, because I got a notification from Samsung saying pre-order your Note 4 now. So I went to T-Mobile, checked out the new Note 10 and 10 Plus, and a lot of people say, yeah, the Note 10 1080 is still good. You can't really tell the difference. I could tell the difference, and my eyesight is not that good. The Note 10 Plus's screen is a lot sharper than the Note 10, and it shows. And when they have them there up on the display, they pretty much put the screens on full brightness and they put it on vivid mode, so because it pops and the screen just pops and looks really nice. And I could tell the sharpness between 1080p and 1440p, especially when I go to a web page and I'm like reading text and stuff like that. So here's my Note 4, still running great. It's been rooted now. It's not the stock T-Mobile what is it, the stock T-Mobile or Samsung UI or operating system that they have in there. It's I can't remember what the name of this okay, yeah, the name of the ROM on this is Texas. And so I still have fun with the Note 4 as far as like just to practice my rooting skills and running different ROMs on this thing and using yeah, ever since I'm gonna say the Note 8, I stopped rooting my phone, because now with Knox, Samsung Knox, their security thing, if you root it, they can tell when you root it, because once they power the phone on, and it goes through the little like there's this, they have these codes when they check, and when it's not rooted, it'll be like, I think it's like 000000000. If it got rooted, it'll be like 0000001. That means it got rooted. So you can't return it. If you wanted to return it, you have to pay for it in full. And yeah, I'm not going to do that with like some of these newer notes. I'm thinking about, I might just keep this and pay off the rest, even though I have jump on demand, and then upgrade to the Note 10 Plus. We'll see. I know the pre-order is already started, like yesterday, August the 13th, because the launch is coming up next Friday, August 23rd. And like I said, they didn't even have any specials. At least when the, what was it, when the Note 8 came out, they had I got the Gear 360 camera as a promo. When the this Note 9 came out, I got the AKG NC60 noise canceling headphones. And with the new Note 10 and 10 Plus, I think, like when I went to T-Mobile, if you own your own Note, you can get like $300 back. But if you go through Samsung, you get $600 back for returning your old Note. It has to be like Note 8 or Note 9, and yeah, Note 8 or Note 9. Nothing like older than that. Or like an iPhone 10 or something like that, you can get $600 back. But yeah, that's just my rant. Samsung, Shamesung. I don't know what you guys are doing. Will I still get the Note 10? No. Will I get the Note 10 Plus? Maybe. I might, just because it's the newest Note, and because I have a channel that I'm probably going to want to do a review on the new Note 10 Plus, and you know, reviewing cases, because my case reviews get the most views on my channel. I'm still rocking the Virus with my slick wrap skin? No, Skin It skins. This is Skin It. Their what is this? Their color shift, their color gradient. I do like that aura glow that the new Notes have. That is a pretty sick. Like it just adapts to whatever color you it catches. And I don't know if this is showing right now on the Skin It. My old Note right here, the Note 4, is still rocking the D brand carbon fiber skin. I still haven't even installed my Superman skin from Slick Wrap, so I'm probably gonna do that pretty soon if I'm gonna order the Note 10. But that's just my rant, guys. You know. So that's just my rant, man. I'm fired up now. I feel like I can work out again. Whew. How to get that out. So do you guys own the Note series of phones? Do you have a Note 9? Are you going to keep it and skip the Note 10 and 10 Plus, hoping that, you know, Samsung get their act together and maybe put the headphone jack back? Do you guys still have a Note 4? Are you gonna do you guys still use your Note 4 or keep that around? Because as far as T-Mobile goes, or Samsung, I don't even know if they're supporting the Note 4 anymore or giving updates to that. That's the one thing about Apple that I do am kind of like jealous about is I think their iPhone 6s or iPhone 5s are still getting updates, whereas this one, the Note 4, is probably not getting updates anymore. Anything like lower than a Note 8 probably aren't getting updates no more, or a Note 5. So let me know in the comments if you guys, what you guys think. What do you guys think of Samsung and what they're doing? Should they go back to giving us something like this, that the original Power User Notes, where it had everything? Give us options, Samsung. And when I say options, I mean like, don't like take features off and then put features on another Note. I mean, the Note 10, for all intents and purpose, should not be $945. It should be like under $900, maybe $850 for all the features they took out. Then make another one with a smaller screen, just like what they did with their S10s. They have a S10e, S10, and then S10 Plus. And the prices fit that, you know, for the features that they take out. But $945 for already no headphone jack, no a lower resolution screen, no memory card expansion. Come on, Samsung. I mean, sure, some people might want that, and they don't care about the screen resolution or memory card expansion, but at least give them the option to get a different, like, you know, from 256, I think 256 is all they get. At least give them another Note with like a higher resolution screen, and maybe like 512 gigs of internal storage, or maybe that memory card expansion would help. And then make that one $945. And then the other one that doesn't have the memory card expansion and the lower resolution, make that one like $850. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyways, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of what Samsung is. I don't know what their, what is your complaint if you're a longtime Note user, and what they should change, or what they should have done, what they could do better. I think they should go back to making the Note the Power User phone. They should have the latest features out of all the other phones, because this was the trailblazer. It had all the latest features, all the newest processors, newest everything. And now I guess the Galaxy S11 will get that. It'll probably have it'll be the first Samsung phone to have like the, what is it? No, almost all bezel. You won't even see a punch out. It'll probably have the first, it'll be the first S phone with like, what is it? They have their new 105 megapixel sensor camera. I don't know. Anyways, if you guys haven't already and you were entertained by this, or whatever, like, dislike, please subscribe. Don't subscribe, it's all good. Everybody, thank you guys all for watching. Take care, and have a great day.